Okay, you hear that little choo? Okay, Mr. Examiner, at 125, my cutout happened at 125, making this a good test. Why? Because I did not go over 140. Now I take my foot off the accelerator. Next, I'm going to turn off the truck. I'm going to put my key back on the on position. You're going to turn the key to the right. Now I'm going to push in my parking and my emergency brake. Okay, Mr. Examiner, my next test is going to be my applied leakage test. What is it? My applied leakage test tells us if our air brake system is leaking any air. While holding down on the service brake, I should not lose more than 4 pounds of pressure in 60 seconds or is deemed as a bad test. How am I going to perform this test? At this time, Mr. Examiner, I'm going to hold down on the service brake. As soon as my primary needle stabilizes, my 60 seconds will begin. So now I'm going to put my foot on the service brake. I'm going to wait until my needle stabilizes. As soon as it stabilizes, then my 60 seconds will begin. Okay, Mr. Examiner, make sure that you don't have a phone, a Galaxy Watch, or Apple Watch. Make sure you got a regular stopwatch, all right? Because if anybody calls you on the phone at any given time, even if you have an airplane mode, it's an automatic fail, all right? So right now, my air gauge is reading at 100 PSIs. 100 PSIs. Now, my 60 seconds will begin. So, I'm going to push my timer and my 60 seconds to begin. Okay, Mr. Examiner, I am 30 seconds in and I'm listening for air leaks inside and outside my cab. Okay, Mr. Examiner, my 60 seconds is up. My air gauge still reading at 100 PSIs, making this a good test. Why? Because I did not lose 4 pounds of pressure in 60 seconds. I lost 0 pounds. They want to hear the pounds at the end. Now I'm going to release my service brake. Okay, Mr. Xander, my next test is going to be my low pressure warning device test. What is it? That's when my low warning light and alarm should activate in the range of 75 and 55 PSI. Anything above 75, anything below 55 is a bad test. How am I going to perform this test? I am going to drop the pressure or fan my brakes until my low warning light and alarm activates. Now, you're not going to wait for this one to stabilize. The minute you see it and you hear it with the needle, you call it out right away. So right now, Mr. Xander, my air gauge is reading at 100 PSI and my test starts now. Okay, Mr. Examiner, at 70 PSI, both my low warning light and alarm activated, making this a good test. Why? Because I was in a range of 75 and 55 PSI. My next test is going to be my spring pop-out test. What is it? That's when my parking and my emergency brake should pop out in a range of 45 and 20 PSI. How am I going to perform this test? I am going to fan my brakes until my parking and my emergency brake pop out. Mr. Examiner, at this time, my air gauge is reading at 60 PSI and my test is going to start. When you do it, you're going to do it non-stop with your service brake non-stop. If you do it like on and off, on and off, most likely one is going to pop out before the other. Why? Because the air is going up and the air is going down the tube. If you keep doing it non-stop, the air is going to push it, both of them out. So once again, I am reading at 60 PSI and my test starts now. And I'm going to do it non-stop. Right now I'm at 35. Alright, at 35 PSI, both my parking and my emergency brake popped out, making this a good test. Why? Because I was in a range of 45 and 20 PSI. Okay, Mr. Examiner, at this time, I'm going to go outside and remove my chalk and come back in and continue with my air brake test. I'm going to take off my seatbelt. I'm going to open up my door. Open. Come back out. Three-point contact. 1, 2, 3.